welcome back to my channel. Luke here, Connect will be here as well in a second. Update, yes. So, the fan base is broken, guys. The fan base is broken. That's what Luke said behind stage. And I'm late. My apologies. Well, we're only a minute late. I've done worse. Let's be honest, we've had words with me. Anyhow, right. I was just gonna say, I saw a tweet pass over Twitter, and the tweet right below it made it so much more funny. I probably shouldn't be wearing blue shirts, by the way, on Blue Friday show. Anyhow, so I saw the tweet here of someone saying everyone who's Pep out is immature and stuff like that. The tweet below it was so funny because it was everyone who's Pep in is so immature and so old school. This fan base, yeah. You know how in American politics they talk about the division of people, how people are divided? I feel like with American politics at this point. I mean, it's the same type of clown show.
Like, out Trump, Pep in's like the other side. Which isn't bad or good, by the way. I don't really give a shit. But that's kind of like what it is now. And like, I feel like he's like, I agree with both sides, but I don't know what I really lean on yet. But I probably will get a decision at some point. But it's mad how Alf is seen as middle ground. Alf is actually seen as not an extremist anymore. Because he's quite respectable in what he says about Pep. But not Twitter. No. It's like hatred. It's actual hatred now. It's getting quite like, whoa, okay.
Yeah. You know what, yeah? I mean, I keep repeating this. People might be tired of me saying this. But, like, I have not changed my position on Pep since Feyenoord. I have not changed my position at all. But somehow I've gone from the most extreme end possible to right in the middle. And I'm like, bro, watching this fan base melt down, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm a Man City fan, this would be funny. I'm sure for rivals, this is funny. Because I would laugh if this was Man United.
Bro, it's depressing to see. Because it's like, so from now on, if you're Pep in, you get called a Pep shill. You're Pep out, you're called a hater, a plastic. Your middle ground, pick a side, you're kind of fucked there. Really. Like, unfortunately. If you're middle ground, you're probably right in what you're saying. But none wants to hear that. And that's the problem we've got now. It's so volatile. So it's like it's crazy how bad it's gone last couple of weeks.
It's just so divided.
Connect. Your channel, your chat somehow, at least when I'm in your streams, manages to stay calm. My chat sometimes doesn't. So tell me, how does your chat keep calm? And what is your stance really? Because you've not been on for a while, so let you talk first.
Well, as for my view of staying calm, and I guess I've just got a decent little group that stays calm. The Glimpse does give me red cards a lot, but my stance on the whole Pep in and Pep out thing. I mean, I am a bit more Pep in than I am out, but I can totally see both arguments. You know, like the frustrations are there. I'm definitely frustrated with Pep. He's a lot more has been gotten wrong as of late, as opposed to right. And there's just weird decisions on a whole that I don't fully understand. You know, the Club World Cup was just against Al Hilal was just one thing, but a huge chunk of last season too. So I can see both arguments.
I'll even say the 4-beat season as well. The 4-beat season is where the 4-beat season is where we really start to see the cracks form. But we didn't break apart yet. That's what happens next season, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't agree with that. You saw the 4-beat season. I think what saved that season was the fact that we won the league and the fact that Phil Foden and Rodri were having their best season of their life. And to be fair, Haaland wasn't performing bad either. He still scored something like 40-something goals as well. So, you know, we still had top players performing at the top level, but, you know, you saw last season drop off with certain players like, well, Rodri didn't really drop off. He just got injured. And Phil Foden...
Hold on. Let me interrupt here. My brother just messaged me on WhatsApp. Meow.
was out of nowhere.
What am I supposed to make of that? He
don't
just
know.
messaged me, yeah, no context. Okay, sorry to continue.
But yeah, like you said, 4-peat season was showing the cracks, and last season it was just like water started flooding in. You know, Rodri's injury, Phil Foden's drop off, an overall quality drop off in all the players. You know, very few players could leave that season with their head held high. There are players like Vardio and Haaland and a couple others here and there. And I think the signings in January don't deserve to be looked at badly because they came into a bad situation and did what they could. Well, some of them, Vital Hayes didn't really play, and neither did Nico Gonzalez for the latter end. But yeah, I can 100% see both arguments. Again, I'm slightly more Pep-in, but this first like half of the season, or even up until October, is really defiant now for us. You know, I've got to not see that crumble. You know, 1 in 14, nothing like that can happen again. You know, we
Never
have to
say never.
improve.
Big
Yeah.
Justin Bieber, never say never.
Yeah, yeah, we have to improve with or without Pep.
Yeah, with or without Pep, exactly, because Pep will leave at some point, and I'll get back to that in a second, because it's actually a big thing that I want to talk about, that I saw Bevel tweet about, but I'll come back to that later. What I'll say first, to everything you've said is, first of all, why are we broken, Steve? Go on Twitter. You'll see the answer right there. But big up to Steve as well in the building here. It's crazy, to me, how these signings as well, Nico Gonzalez, Husanov, are already being linked with loan moves, or Husanov was linked once, so maybe not a lot, but Nico Gonzalez, a lot of links that he wanted to go. And when that first happened, I had a bit of a meltdown, as you can evidently see on my channel. But the news first came out that he was not part of the plans for Man City. Then the news was, oh no, Man City is not planning to sell him. And then the news is that he's not happy, that his wife, is not happy in Manchester. So the news keeps changing on that one, which tells me it's a bit of a journo thing more, and an agent thing, more so than a player thing and a manager thing. But the news keeps changing on that. Honestly, I see that news of the wife is not happy, and I'm like, yeah, if they're not happy as a family here, it's probably best for them to move. I never want to keep players who are unhappy in Manchester, unless they like Rodri or something, but he's a good player in my opinion. He's not Rodri, unlike what Pep says. But I look here at these players already being linked away, actually very potentially going on loan again. And I'm worried, is Pep holding back this rebuild, or should we look at it from the other side? When Pep first came in, they decided, let's not sell any of these players because all of them had their contracts coming to an end. Let's play one season with these players. When their contracts expire, we'll be able to get in new players. Is that what's going to happen? Are we going to have to wait a season? Or is Pep holding back on rebuild here?
I mean, oh gosh, it's such a weird one to look at. When I saw Nico Gonzalez linked away, it was I couldn't believe my eyes because he's played about 930 minutes for City, which is just over 10 games worth of football. And the fact that at the time of that news, the club had seemingly thought, all right, you're not good enough, was just bonkers to me. Kusanov, if we load him out, I just think we're crazy. I think he looks absolutely top from the games he played, and Vital Hayes hasn't really had a proper shot. So if anyone's going to go on loan, it's probably him. And obviously, well, Marmoush, she's not going anywhere. But in terms of holding back a rebuild potentially, I mean, gosh, I really hope not. So I think someone in the board has just kind of got to put the foot down, show Pep last season and be like, whether you like it or not, with injuries, without injuries, whatever, that happened last season. And these are some of the key things with that stinky midfield, just the injury prone players in defence, and various other little areas too. It has to happen now for me. If we delay it, like look at Arsenal, okay, look at Liverpool. They're not waiting. Okay, they're only striving to get better of their side.
Wow, let's not get too excited with Arsenal here.
I do. I do think Madueke, that is crazy. But more directed towards like the Gyökeres and Liverpool's whole window for me has just been impressive. It shows intent, to be fair, from Liverpool, that is. And if we delay ourselves a year, we're steadily falling behind, and we're not just allowing them to get further ahead, but we're also allowing the teams behind us to catch up. We were only like, there was only a couple points in it on final day. It was actually this huge final day to determine whether we got top 5 or not. And if those teams also have great summers, and we insist on keeping what we've got basically and loaning out a couple and just maybe waiting for certain contracts to run down, I don't think that's a big club mentality. We should be striving to stay at the top.
Yeah, I agree. By the way, I've got a question here from chat, and I also want to ask it quickly. What kit are you wearing? Is that Zaragoza, or what club is that?
My mum and dad went on a holiday, and it's Gran Canaria.
It's Gran Canaria.
Gran Canaria.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have no idea what kit that was as well.
I've got Bilbao and Oviedo somewhere back there.
Nice.
Yeah. Ever better teams like watching in Spain. I'm not Madrid, but get out, man.
Biggest Madrid fan here. He's a plastic. This guy, president of Norway, by the way.
President of Norway, yeah. Well, I'll be that then. Nobody Britain turn up.
Prime Minister of Great Britain and President of Norway.
Oh God,
Never
no. Chalice. No, thank you. I'm all right, thank you. So wait from that. Good.
Oh dear. He's evacuating Great Britain, I guess. He's giving up on the country. How toxic and negative.
A long time ago. But do you know what it is, right? I mean, Kent was right, though, what he said. Like, I feel like other teams are getting better. Forest have kind of like, their ball is Igor Jesus and Jed Cunha. They've lost Gibbs White. Well, Gibbs White's a weird one right now, isn't it? Like, he's going to Tottenham. Yeah. Hold on a minute. It's cheating, apparently. We'll see what happens there. I think that's the I think Spurs will get away. I think. Elanga to Newcastle. It's like Forest are losing players already as it is, and so are Bournemouth. Brentford are trying to keep hold of Vista and Mbumo. United are being idiots. Thank God for that. I'm not getting Mbumo. Good, and Mbumo, go somewhere else, please. Save your career. Do not go to that awful club. Go to Tottenham. Go somewhere else or stay at Brentford. Don't go anywhere near United. He's an idiot, and he'll learn from that mistake at some point. But Mbumo has a chance now to sort of choose right, and I'll go Man United. But Tottenham are getting better. Gibbs White, kudos. So they actually they're building a good team under Frank. Team they're building there. Chelsea have just mugged off Arsenal. About striker.
I need to get Prime on here. He always tells me, Arsenal is out of the backyard. He always tells me that. I need to get this man on here.
Bro, I'm calling it now. Arsenal don't get Gyökeres, they get Nicholas Jackson. Clip it now. Is what's going to happen.
Spend 80 million as well.
Bro, no, Chelsea will probably wear Gyökeres. They're going to have Black and Padre. They're going to get Gyökeres. What Gyökeres goes to someone like? He's striker right now. Arsenal, Liverpool.
Barcelona can't afford him. Real Madrid have that Garcia guy coming through who's looking decent. Juventus will need a striker.
Didn't they just bring Jonathan David there?
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, no.
Liverpool?
Liverpool need a proper number now.
If Darwin does go to Napoli, watch that space.
If I'm linked to Napoli.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, bro. If Gyökeres goes to Liverpool, I've Liverpool in the league again this year. Because
you know what?
Right now,
Gyökeres to Napoli. Give KDB some balls to play with.
God,
Yeah.
Me, no, Haaland should be me. It shouldn't be him.
Anyhow, back to what Connect was saying earlier. That's, I mean, it's a Game of Thrones quotes, but that's a quote I really like. A Song of Ice and Fire in the books. It's from Cersei, and she says it's about rolling, right? It's like laying on a bed of straws, and you have to rip them out one by one before they ensnarl you in your sleep. And that's a bit gruesome, but that's, I think, what it is like to be at the top of anything. In chess, in football, in cycling. When you are at the top, you need to keep going. You need to get everything that's wrong with your bet, in this case your club, out immediately, replace it, before it can catch up to you. And that's very gruesome. You don't go win 10 league titles in a row unless you can detach yourself from your players. And I'm not saying you need to win 10 in a row, by the way. That's ridiculous. But I'm just comparing to Bayern Munich right now, who won like 10 or 11. But it's like, you don't accomplish those things without being ruthless, without being ridiculously callous to some of these players who are, in all honesty, some of them legends. And that is what we did with Aguero. Legend. The way we treated him was callous. Not wrong, but it was callous. The same we did with Gundogan when we let him go after the treble. He just won the treble as captain. He wanted 2 years. He was 33, I believe, at the time. Okay, 2 years. We said no. We were callous. We were like, it's either 1 year or you leave now. That is what we need to come back to. I don't know why, but we lost that. And I think a big part of the divide in the fan base is people who want to be callous in a way that brings success, and people who are maybe too sentimental, if that's fair to say, to some of the players and staff. And I feel like it clashes because people mistake others for not caring, or like the people who care too much about the players think that the callous people don't care about the players. And vice versa. The callous people think that those who are too sentimental maybe care too little about the club. And I feel like that's where it clashes a lot. Let me bring Luke in here because he's not actually said that much yet. What are you saying, Mr. President? I'll call you that for the rest of the stream, by the way.
That's fine. Do you know what it is, right? They want to chat in the chat right now. We're kind of insinuating about the fan base, not the club. The club itself's doing okay so far. Obviously,
You know what?
players get out the door. Yeah, because I think the club itself's actually doing all right. I mean, obviously, players haven't left the club yet, but I'm sure we'll see more on that anyway. But the fan base has lost their minds. The fan base, and do you know what it is, right? I get opinions, and I'm saying it right now. Everyone's entitled to opinion, but when we start being hateful, wishing death on certain players, messaging their families, I'm sorry, right? Go and touch grass, go outside, turn off your phone, and please, football in that deep. In that deep, it is a game we all love, but it's never that deep at all. Again, if you want Pep out, completely fine. That's your opinion. Do I agree? I'm not going to sit here and say that there aren't issues. There are issues that you have to work on and get sorted out. Because Al Hilal will happen again and again and again next year. Because it was like what I've those that anyway. I've talked to them about it before anyway. The thing is, I agree with Mel. Hate is not acceptable, no matter who it's for, if it's personal or whatever. That's not opinion. That's you being a dick. For no reason, because you want to. Your opinion is better than else. It's not. It's your opinion. Everyone's got an opinion at the end of the day. You agree, disagree, but at the end of the day, right? We all want the club to get better and better and be back to where it should be again. It won't be easy. I think next season will be a hard season for. I'm not saying it'll be worse than last season, but I think it will. You'll think it will be to get back to that level again. It might be to take a year or two to get that team built more. But it isn't done rebuild yet. It's done rebuild. It's nowhere near done yet. So as we get players out the door, players have to come in again. It's going to be a lot of changes in the next couple of years. So everyone just got to chill out, stop fighting each other, and just relax. Because honestly, it's getting to the point where like Twitter is now a war zone where none of us can have an opinion debate without someone having a go at you for an opinion they don't agree with. It's like, can we just all just chill out a bit? Remember that we're all fans just trying to support the team. Doesn't matter if you agree or disagree on each other's opinions, but remember that we all have a right to have our say. Sorry, I just want to say that anyway. But just control.
You know what? This year, I'll see a lot of people saying, "Oh, you're a fake fan. You cared more about this player or this manager rather than the club." And I'll see people like, "Oh, you don't care about the players. You're a fake fan." And I'm like, "Bro, a fake fan is someone who tells other people how to be a fan. That's what I think is a fake fan, and that is the only thing that makes you a fake fan. I don't care why you support a club. The only thing I care about is that you support it and that you don't send death threats. Maybe a good start. And that you don't tell other people how to be a fan. Those are really the three main things that I care about. Gatekeeping is not good because, let's be honest, the rest of the world is against Man City. So let's not turn on ourselves either because we're just getting rivals ammunition for the days. By the way, big up to... Apologies for the pronunciations. In Ranil Biswas, there is a disconnect between the board and Pep. And I want to ask you guys if you agree with that, because I actually think that they're on the same line for a lot of stuff. Maybe Viana and Pep, but maybe for the larger part, I don't agree.
No, I agree. You on?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, key thing to remember is that like Tiki's still there, and him and Pep are good pals, and there's no doubt that they talk a lot about it. Calduna as well. You know, the board and Pep, for not on probably every level, but there are a good few board members that are pals with Pep, and they probably talk about the squad a lot. So I do think they're on the same wavelength, like I said, for the most part. Like I said, maybe Viana's not quite there, but yeah, I wouldn't say it's like a complete split off disconnect. No.
By the way, there's two people on this panel wearing a kit, a Club Brugge kit and a Gran Canaria kit. Neither are City kits.
It's not blue Friday.
Hey, my City kit is hanging in the back. And Luke has a City back. There you go. With real fans. Luke has something of City behind him. He's the fake fan.
Okay, right, I'm sorry, okay? That's stuff on the wall, okay? Sorry, God.
They just set up the green screen and do like some shitty, some 144p graphic.
Yeah, I have to hang up, right? It will be hung up soon. Soon we'll have, yes, there's a wall of City stuff in the background that no one cares anywhere about.
It's like people who have a wall of books behind them, but they have never read any of the books.
Exactly. So what you really like books? You think, oh.
You know what, mate? I have a bunch of books here as well. I use them behind me on my wall.
I got a bunch over there.
I thought read most of them.
I read all of
them. Big up to everyone in chat here. Wish I could fill everyone with the same belief I have in this transition from Blue Heart. But it's early days. I can only see development and improvement on the way. It's difficult to not improve from last season, I'd say, but at the same time, we did finish third last season, so...
I think it's more down to, I think the attack has definitely improved. The attack is a lot better, a lot crisper. It's more the midfield that I'm concerned with, because the midfield isn't consistent right now. Is Pep going to back to type again, back to the old favourite, or is he going to actually allow the change? Like, look, I love Reinders so far, but you can't be playing three box midfielders in one midfield unless you're playing that way anyway. In this system, you have a DM. When you're playing Nico, it feels like, what's going on then? Like, someone's got to ask him the question in the actual conferences. Why is he not playing games? Or at least not starting most of them? Because, again, Rodri is just coming back from injury. He's not fully fit yet. If you start playing him every game again, he'll get more and more like Kev did. This Pep's got to start realizing, I can't rush players back. I've got to trust these other players. Because otherwise, we'll have another season of up and down injuries again. It'll be a nightmare. And the fan base wait for even more than it wants right now.
Luke, sorry to interrupt here, but if Rico Lewis is the only one available in midfield, do you trust him to play in midfield?
It is right. I actually do because of what I have watched midfield. I thought it is, but this is where I've got to say about that. He works with the DM behind him.
What if he has to be the DM?
No, I don't trust him because physically.
Okay, but now, even if you don't trust him, you have to play him because he's the only one who's available. That's where Pep stumbles sometimes. Sometimes he doesn't play the players he doesn't trust. Sometimes you have to. It's not about trust or don't trust. It's about who is available. Sometimes it's that simple. Now, I don't think we'll have that bad of an injury crisis, personally. I'm coping, I know, but I don't think we'll have an injury crisis next season.
So God, you just said it now. Here we go. If we get injured, I'm flipping to say, you asshole, say. Honestly, you better not jinx us again. Last year was awful enough. Watching Kanji out, Ake out, Stones out. It was like watching a nightmare.
All three of them will be out again.
No.
They won't play at all, though.
I'll get injured this season. That's it. I'm off. I'm off Twitter. Mate, if Harden, that's it. If more big players get 800 again, like Rodri, it's over for Twitter. The fan base will be completely in mourning, and like last year was bad. Like last year was awful on Twitter, right? And it's been even worse the last week or so because of that Al Hilal game. If we lose Wolves, I am genuinely thinking of leaving Twitter because honestly, I do not want to be dealing with weeks on weeks of moaning. I get your arbitrary opinions, as I said before, but when you start fighting and being personal with each other, I just get involved in that. Obviously, that because it's just a point where it's just a point being at all. It gets toxic. That's toxic to me. That's toxic to me. Personal hatred.
I can't leave Twitter until the summer is done. I need to bully AC Milan fans. They are so easy to piss off. I don't know why they're so easy to piss off. They are actually a more fickle fan base than Arsenal. I can't even lie. And they're so salty that Club Brugge has pretty much said we're keeping Yashari no matter what. Yashari wants to join AC Milan, and Club Brugge said, no, we're keeping you because we can sell you for more the next summer. I love pissing off AC Milan fans. They are so angry right now. Literally every post from Club Brugge is AC Milan fans commenting, you're a fake club and stuff like that, which is funny because we play in Champions League and they don't. Anyhow, take up Hurdle as well, saying get in a proper right back and a class goalkeeper. And going off of that, I agree with that. We needed a right back. We bought a left back. I like Aït-Nouri, don't get me wrong. But go by Aït-Nouri, sure, but right back was the priority. And I feel like we weren't bothered until we lost against Al Hilal to go get a right back. What's your takes on that? Because I think we're still short in a few positions.
Well, it's a weird one for me because I remember seeing the Aït-Nouri rumours because we've been linked with Livramento for a while, but it's always been a case of it's a very tough deal to really go about doing. And so that was kind of the stance from the beginning of the summer. Okay, and then we got linked to Aït-Nouri for left back. But Fabrizio also said that we were still interested in Livramento and that they were two separate signings. Okay, so we were still interested in both the fullback areas. So I was like, I'm not going to say no to Aït-Nouri, who just had a really good season at Wolves, who's got 1 year left on his deal. Why not go for it? It would also help stop Vardiol playing left back. So I was up for the Aït-Nouri deal. But like you've just said, right back should have been the priority. You know, and I know Livramento was a very tough deal to do, and Aït-Nouri was probably easier to get about doing, especially before the Club World Cup. But like you've said, Livramento or any right back that the club decides on should have been the priority, and it still needs to be one because we still are playing Mercedes Núñez at right back. And don't get me wrong, I'm really happy with how Núñez has done. I think he's done a great patch-up job, you know. But I'll even say I'm willing to have him rotate on the bench, okay. because I think he
Yeah.
can fill that role. But he cannot be first choice for me. We have to go sign a right back.
I'm sorry, right, but it's just funny, right? It's how Wesley was the player we were going to go for, right? And now he's going Roma, apparently, which is funny. Now we've got the lack of links is apart from Dumfries, which is like on and off links. It's like I'm a bit worried here because like we doing. I mean, it's a bit too quiet for me on our front. Like no one's leaving. Like, Walker's gone, but obviously he's going anyway. Jack's still here. It's July. He's still here. Like I've got to ask questions there. Like, what's the plan going to be? Because I'm saying now, I can't see us getting Rodrigo. I think that's not going to happen because honestly, the only way that happens is if the players get out the door at a fast rate, we can get players in, players out. And at the moment, we've got one player out who's homegrown, so you never homegrown player to come in. And bear in mind, Gibbs White's now obviously gone now. So well, we don't know yet. Is going Spurs or staying Forest? I have no idea what's going on yet. But let's just assume he's going to Tottenham. He's going to Tottenham. That's one player that we're going after for actually a decent price for him now. That's now obviously going to be going to Tottenham. So what's the plan going to be right now? What's the plan meant to be? Because I'm like no right back to concern. Because if we get injured, we're fucked. It's like Kanji again at right back. Again, I just don't want to be saying that. We need right back.
Or Husnov, but still, I don't like that.
He's still very young. There's a lot to learn, and I'm fine with it in the future. But he's 21 right now. I need a couple more years of him of development before I say right back. Not yet for me.
I mean, I look right now at the right back area, and I think you're getting a proper defensive right back who's hopefully quick, and he can handle those counters. You remember how Carl Walker used to handle the counters and Ruben Diaz had time to come back because Carl Walker handled the counters. Ruben Diaz just needed to get back in his own time. Now Ruben Diaz has to rush back as quickly as he can, and he probably won't get there because he's slow. Great in the box when defending, but slow. Let's say it as it is, right? So Carl Walker used to cover that. Walker lost everything: his head, his face, his wife, everything. So Carl Walker,
God's sake,
Carl Walker, yeah, could not do that job anymore, and that's why on the counter we were so volatile. Add on top of that, no DM. Now you're even more volatile on the counter. Now add on top of that even a lack of age. Adequately aged players in midfield who still have energy, a lack of energy, I suppose, really. And you exacerbate that problem even more. So I feel like we were exceptionally weak on counters with a triple threat. And I know we've always been weak on counters, even in the Centurion season. That's just the way it is. When you hold on to the ball a lot, when you press up high, you'll be weak on counters. But there's a difference between you win 2-4 and you lose 5-4, which is what we're doing right now. We could have scored 4 goals against Arsenal. We would have still lost because they scored 5. So we are just so exceptionally weak right now when it comes to corners. Okay, we fixed the energy in midfield. Great. We haven't fixed the DM problem because Nico Gonzalez just isn't playing. We haven't fixed the right back problem. There's still 2 reasons, other than just pure tactics, by the way, which aren't the best at times either, because we push up way too high. It's like suicidal at times. So we still have 2 problems, besides even tactics, why we are weak on counters. I'll let Connect go first, and then Luke.
I mean, yeah, like you said, hit the nail on the head with Kyle Walker and his role.
Sorry, let me interrupt you immediately.
Oh.
City made an offer for Rodrigo that includes Grealish. He'll never guess, but we all get rejected.
Madrid. Sorry? What? Did you
agree
with relation?
David,
Madrid.
Of
no,
course they rejected.
no.
Of course they rejected.
Yeah, Brett, they're never going to take that.
Jack at Madrid. Imagine that. Imagine the fans thinking, what? What? No, that's not that.
Hugo Vialli tried to work his gaslighting magic.
Hey, if he pulled that off, he'd get a statue. Oh my lord.
First statue, that's on the ground. Right,
Yeah.
you are.
Rodrigo for Grealish.
Greatest
Insane
swap
deal.
deal ever
Yeah,
for us.
never see it again.
Anyhow, sorry for interrupting you. Connect. Go on again.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, but with Kyle Walker, you hit the nail on the head on his role. You know, he was always good at just bouncing back on the counters. You know, and not just that, but also dealing with tough wingers like that, like Vinny Jr. in previous seasons. He's locked up, and other great wingers as well, just because of his top quality in what he used to have. And last season, it just completely crumbled for him. And like you said, it's left a hole there. You know, we are even more exposed to counters. We're conceding more off counters, and teams are. If we fail to sign a right back who's adequate enough for the job, or we just keep Nunes, because Nunes is solid, but he's obviously, at least for me, he's not got that Walker factor in the fact that he can do those recoveries. You know, it's something. It's not easy to come across necessarily. And Nunes definitely hasn't got it. And so next season, if we fail to sign a right back that can, teams are just going to do it more, you know? Teams obviously saw that weakness last season. Okay, they saw that Walker was a bit of a liability at right back. And when Walker was gone, you know, they saw that right back area was just easy to get at because we didn't have a proper right back there. And so next season, we failed to do that. Teams are just going to probably double down on that in some respect, and we're just gonna suffer even more from there. It might not be as bad as last season, but you're going to see it again in terms of the amount of goals we're conceding in that kind of form.
Yeah, I absolutely agree on that. And I think the worrying thing is we're not linked to any right back except Livramento, who, I said it a while ago. If we don't win the Club World Cup, I don't think we get him. And spoiler, we're not in the final. In fact, we weren't even in the quarterfinal. But let's not talk about that. I think we're not being linked to any right back. We had Dumfries links, but they were denied immediately, so he's not coming. Luke, what's your thoughts on that? Is that worrying to you?
A little bit, but then again, I think what it is, I think the market's pretty dead on right backs right now. It's pretty dead. Like most of the coming through are very young, experienced. So whoever you get in now, apart from Livramento or Dumfries or Hakimi, is probably going to be very inexperienced, and that's probably why I'm thinking if we had a deal Nana to right back straight away, we're getting him at right back. But I think the issue is, and I imagine City want Livramento. I imagine they do, but the problem is that if Newcastle are driving a hard bargain and demanding a lot more money involved in the negotiations, I can see why we're not going for him yet. Or maybe because obviously we're looking to offload players first. I don't know but it's just very quiet overall. That's what concerns me. It's like it's been real. Apart from like the Walker news like last week, it's been pretty quiet. I heard like little rumors, but not like actual big news. Like, whoa, this is new. But it's been very dead for the last week or so. But very, very quiet on City front. I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing, but I want to see more players out the door. Because obviously, you need to start bringing players up. Obviously, for the squad. And also the loan deals apparently is that Girona, but obviously that's not really concrete yet. It's just a lot of it's like hearsay. It's not actually not confirmation. It's a lot of talking, a lot here and there. It's not actual rumors yet, or deals going on. So I'm a bit concerned, but I just hope we get a little bit of before the other season start because we're right back desperately.
By the way, I just saw your tweet, Luke. European Nights at Selhurst Park, Europa League, Crystal Palace FC.
Ooh.
By the way.
Lucky lads, lucky.
By the way. First of all, I don't like PSR, but we know what you are. Dirty cheating bastards. We know what you are. They're cheating bastards. Come on. We were able to play Champions League with Girona. The both of us. They can't play Europa League together. Because they're cheating bastards. There you go. Cheating bastards. No, all jokes aside, I think it's ridiculous that they're not allowed to play. Let's be honest, if Man City was allowed to play with Girona and Leipzig was allowed to play with Salzburg, both in the same competition, Crystal Palace should have been allowed to play. I think it's ridiculous, to be honest.
Yeah, it's madness, man. Like, you know, especially for them who haven't been, have they ever been in Europe? I don't think they have. You know, it's a new high for them to say the least, especially off the back of winning the FA Cup, and to be relegated from it is just crazy. Especially over, I don't know why it's them and not Lyon. Like, I know Lyon won their appeal and whatnot, but they did still get all those all those financial breaches, which for at least for some part got proven to some level. And Crystal Palace just seem to be victims of the fact of that. You know, I don't really see the harm in it. You know, I know that obviously tied in some way, whether it's ownership or whatnot. But you know, we, like you said, we were able to play Girona, Leipzig are able to play Salzburg. I don't know why it can't be the same. I'm pretty sure there's an appeal, and I believe Palace will more than likely appeal, and hopefully it can get turned over there, because that'll be, if they win it, that'll be the right decision for me. Because I don't actually know why that's the case. You know, is it really giving that much of an unfair advantage? You know.
I mean, don't they have a smaller part? Like the Crystal Palace shareholder, I don't even think it's owned. It's like a smaller part of another club who's in the Europa League than what Man City Football Group has in Girona. I mean, it's wild. I really don't get it. Talking about a similar case, Lyon. Oh, sorry, no, not Lyon. Lille. Wait, which is it again? Where did Shed come from? Was Lyon? I always get that mixed up. Anyhow, they escaped relegation to Ligue 2, which I like. All clubs, Man City and PSG, saved them from relegation. All clubs unite, you know. All clubs unite. So we gave them the money they needed. They managed to stay up. Big up to them. I actually like that. I don't like when clubs get relegated to the PSR. You literally make the situation worse. Like, take Vitesse here. They got a 12-point deduction for the start of next season, and they lost their pro license. So they're going to be relegated to the third division. How is that going to help them financially? That club is destined to be fucked. Those players want to leave as well because they're in third division. So that club is fucked. We should be able to beat a Wolves team without Nuri and Cunha, to be honest. No, because what's his name again? The Norwegian guy.
Larson, Strand Larson.
Strand Larson, he'll score against us.
He's a good striker. Well, the thing is, right, Wolves one of those teams, especially at their play. Wolves away is a weird one for us. It's like we either get there and win comfortably, or we lose 2-1. It's never in between there.
Yeah, I mean,
last year, 2-1 loss again. 2-1 loss again. Fuck.
I want to win a game 1-0 against them. Just a tight win. Because we never, it always has to be one or the other.
I'm not being funny here, but in really win the game. Oh, 1-0 was shit. Unfortunately, it's fanbase will never be happy ever again. Unfortunately, it's going to be like this forever.
Maradona could fix this. Maradona got his lines. But he knows how to make people happy.
Even that. Tweet non-stop. Constantly tweeting.
More energy to tweet. Why is right back or the left back any different? Nuri was a no-brainer in price. I agree, but we needed a right back, and we got a left back, and now we're not bothering with a right back. That's my problem. I like Nuri. I think he's a great buy for the price. We still need a right back, so we didn't fix the issue. We still haven't fixed that issue. That's a problem. It's like Arsenal, right? They go buy a very good defender, Ben White, very good defender. They go by Calafiori, very good defender. You need a midfield, you need a 6, you need a 10, and you need a striker and a left winger. Oh, go buy another left winger.
You're a striker.
No, I mean,
£60 million instead. You got Edwanery. The job we're going to do, we'll buy a right winger again for the money. You've got even Edwanery on the bench. Nope. I want to stay a third choice. He'll be off, by the way, Edwanery. If I'm leaving Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea, whoever. I mean, us probably. Would you ever want to rate City? Our review?
He looks solid. I think we treat him better, but
We got Bob, haven't we? We got Bob and that. I think
not with Bob, yeah.
But I just don't think he'd play. That's the problem I think with him.
Yeah, he's getting
leave Arsenal. But I'll say though, but if I am, leave Arsenal. Arteta's a fraud. Madueke gave that money is ridiculously stupid. I'm sorry, Chelsea have mugged him right off. He's average. He's a decent player, but he's not really much better than that.
Yeah. I mean, they signed him for 35 million euros. He's pulled in, I think it's 29 goal contributions in 92 games. He's not exactly set the world on fire, and they're making almost double their money.
Chelsea, by the way, are the biggest like they're brilliant. We should be doing with our players.
Sell them to Man United. Our shitty players, give them to United. Our little cousins, you know what they say? Little cousins get hand-me-downs.
Well, no, do you know what it is more, right? I mean, like, it's the way at Chelsea, right? I've got Jackson's out the door, and they've got Pedro in from Brighton. Instant upgrade with the one striker. I mean, that Pedro are both good strikers that can both really. So I've got two strikers that can work really well on the team, and they've got rid of a winger they don't need anymore. And I guarantee, right, I buy someone big next to replace him for cheaper. Chelsea, by the way, yes, they're a bit and miss with on the pitch, but they're actually doing really well on the pitch. They're actually they're doing things very good, which is surprising me, but it works. It works. My players, someone, but can't say they're doing wrong.
Yeah. Listen, Chelsea has a cash cow there, don't they? With Arsenal, it's like an ATM. Arsenal is their ATM basically. It's their free money machine, which is wild, really, because Arsenal is supposed to be a big club. But for Chelsea, when people say how do they have money, it's because they keep selling. Man City do the same thing with Jacquard. How do you have money? They just sold Pedro for 13 million. You were supposed to sell him for 30.
Also, Alpha Brecht, 19-year-old, for almost £6 million. They didn't play a game for us.
Yeah,
I didn't even know who he was.
I knew who he was, but you're obviously good enough to get the team. And then because we'll have him, please. No worries. £1, thank you.
Does that mean they don't sound like a T anymore?
Oh god, he's staying again for another season on the bench.
Surely not. He's like linked to so many clubs.
Let him go.
Hey,
sell him.
Hey, Tottenham might take him.
Well, no, give Jack £60 million for Jack, please. You know what? Say Grealish is as good as Gibbs White. As gaslight them, it's paying the money.
I think that'll be difficult.
What would you do if the owner managed to get £60 million Grealish?
I'd applaud on stream.
I can't say those things on YouTube. That will have to wait for channel membership shows. We had no left from Steve Black, yeah. Dave Black as well. Oh God.
Set the hell again now.
We had no left back for the years, so doing it with no right back is the same but opposite. If we cope one cope other. I don't agree, because before the summit I said right back is the biggest priority. I think a lot of people said that. In fact, I believe I was on Luke's channel as well, and said that at some point that our biggest priority was the right back before the Summer Eve. So I've been saying this for time. It's not it's not like retrospectively looking back. It's like we still don't have a right back. And before the Club World Cup, I was willing to wait because I thought the idea was win the Club World Cup, use the money to buy Livramento. When we went out of the Club World Cup, I thought, okay, no Livramento, we'll go in for someone else. We went in for Dumfries, but that was denied. No news since. So my problem is there's no news of any right back at all. That is where my problem is. It's not that we went to get a left back. Listen, I'm happy with Aït-Nouri. It's that we got a left back and we're using it as an excuse not to get a right back. Just like how Arsenal go get a 6 and use it as an excuse not to sign a 10. Because they still don't have a 10. They go buy a striker, they use it as an excuse not to buy a left winger. They go buy a right winger, use it as an excuse not to buy a left winger. We do the same thing as Arsenal right now. Now, the summer is still long. Let's say that as well. We can still go get our right back, and I'll be over the moon if we get a good one. My agenda is Henselwood at this point. So I'll be over the moon if we go get a good one.
This is not going to happen. Stop it.
No, I saw that under 21 euros. He's a baller. I'm convinced.
Bro, Brighton man, 85 million for him. You know Brighton. Bro, we want him to, yeah?
50 million and Jack Grealish.
Oh, they take it.
Oh, God. Honestly, if we get him £50 million right, you do realise that. Like, what? What are paying that on him for? Yeah, good. He's supposed to Brighton.
Do it anyhow. The fan base will be proven wrong. Don't worry. Carl just went to go to when we got caught on the break. One side of the pitch, stating the obvious. Yeah, I mean, it is stating the obvious, but a lot of people just don't think about it. Like, no offense, some people just don't think about it. Some people don't care enough to think about it. Like, let's say it's like that. Some people have this thing called a job, which is crazy. Thank God I'm still in university. Some people have this thing called a job, and when they get home, they're tired and they don't bother thinking about obvious stuff about football clubs like, Jack Grealish, sorry. Carl Walker on the right was running a lot, so that's why we then concede on counters a lot. That's why Ruben Diaz looks better. That's obvious. Not everyone thinks about it. Either because they don't think a lot, or because they don't care that much, really. I think we should bring in a sweeper and push up the fence. I mean, you can't push up the fence a lot more, but we should definitely get in a sweeper, I agree. Win the Papa John Trophy. Luke, have you ever watched a game in the Papa John's Trophy? Because I don't think I've ever watched any of that.
I've never been to a game, but I watched, like, is it under-21s playing it before? Wait, hold on. Is that the League 1, League 2 one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that
you
one.
never been for Southampton?
Well, they won it in like 2010, but I never watched one. No, I was like 10 at one point. I didn't know what I was at the time. I was young and stuff, but I've seen it. Like, obviously, I've seen win it before. But I just, it's one of those trophies that if you're in League 1, League 2, you win it. Obviously, it's great, but it's kind of like if you ask most fans about that, what's the trophy? What? They wouldn't know what it is. Do you know what was it? Papa John's, so Domino's, Domino's probably Pizza Hut trophy. It's like it tells you what you need to know when it's called that.
Really, get Domino's in for the Carabao Cup.
Domino's Cup. I'm there for that. Domino's.
There you go. And now gets the FA Cups. The FA Cup already has emblems. You know how we used to have like, sorry,
Pizza Hut FA Cup.
Nah, it's already emblems FA Cup. You know how we used to have the Barclays Premier League? Pizza Hut Premier League. BHPL. It just
Never
goes. It
interested.
just goes.
Premier League. Oh God.
We'll be there.
Yeah, you've
Well,
already got
well,
McDonald's League in France.
Liga McDonald's. You got the Serie A Burger King. You got the Portuguese Five Guys. You got the Premier League, and then you've got the
5 Portuguese guys.
and you got the local chippy. S. It's just at this point. Oh God.
Oh,
This is already gone out of hand already.
I mean,
What
until
were we
bring back
talking about?
Spartans, Ella. When you have a sponsor in the name.
All right, the Pizza Hut Blue Friday show. It's your sponsors.
Perfect.
I just can't understand why we wouldn't go for the right back. I agree, but the end of the comment here is worst case scenario. The board think Nunez and Rico is enough for the next season. And that is the scenario I think is happening, and that's why I'm a bit worried, because I don't think they're enough. I absolutely don't think they're enough.
Well, unless you want to go for is it a Dan Say Headley, the under 18-year-old, but he's like 17. I was going to say, right, yeah, first game of City, Derby, right back. Good luck. That's what, obviously, he's obviously rated because the fact that he's got a long-term deal with us now. Obviously, he's rated very highly by Pep property and that, but we're not going to see him for a year. Same as Mikasa. You aren't seeing him for another year or two. Let's just chill on that. Like, I don't want to be throwing a kid into as a right back. If we get cooked, he gets cooked.
Yeah.
But look at what's his name again? Yahmai Simpson Boosie. Unfortunate name, really, but look at him. He didn't play that bad. He didn't play Man City level, but he didn't play bad. But because he didn't play Man City level, he got torn limb for limb. He got destroyed.
Bro, against Brighton, it wasn't even his fault with Brighton. Like, he actually played pretty much. The team ran just collapsed.
Yeah.
Like, he himself actually played pretty well. The problem is, he's a young player that was thrown into the deep end. How could anyone blame him for that?
That was an awful situation for him.
It was. I'd rather him play now.
Yeah.
But he won't because we've got other players in. So he'll be out the door soon.
Yeah. By the way, we are linked to this guy. I mean, we talked a bit about this earlier, but we kind of glossed over it. Rodrigo. You might have heard of him. He's a Real Madrid player. Not sure if you know who he is. He scored twice against us, actually.
I heard about him once or twice.
Yeah, twice. And
He's overrated for all of that. He is. The Doku Clear. Doku Clear.
Anyhow, we're linked to Rodrigo, and I see a lot of people talk about Rodrigo as well. And I say to Rodrigo, I don't want him because he'll break the balance in the team unless we get rid of 2 other wingers. Like, we need to get rid of 2 wingers to get enough minutes for Rodrigo to come in.
Doku.
So, Jack is... don't even include Jack. Don't. And don't include Bob either.
Fuck you, I am. He's left winger.
We need to get rid of both Doku and Savio, or Doku and Marmouche, or something like that, if we want to get Rodrigo in my opinion.
Not for me. Keep Marmouche.
Yeah, the thing is, my sense of Rodrigo, man, I swear we get linked to him every summer. And to be fair, if there's a summer that he's going to leave, it's looking like this one, to be fair. But for me, he feels a bit like a bit of a fairy tale signing. It's not really something I think we're desperate for. I'd much rather we, like we've spoken about, invest elsewhere. You know, we need a right back. You know, still a hole there. And if Nico Gonzalez isn't trusted in the midfield, then we need another DM because we can't just put all the duress on Rodri.
Well, Well, I saw today Onana was training in a Man City kit, wasn't he? Did you see
was?
that? Amadou Onana
Oh
and
yeah.
Haaland. There it is. Right, Nico, right, you have to go do yeah. Bye. Onana comes in. I mean, I wouldn't
I
say
don't
it's...
trade Onana, so that's the problem.
I knew it was going to happen. It's like, oh, he's Belgian, here we go. Al's going to hate him. Some weird
I don't
reason.
hate all Belgians, I just hate the shit ones. Bro, Lavia
Let's
needs
give
to
him the
stop getting
Bruyne.
injured.
He's someone else.
Lavia needs to stop getting injured so that this guy stops getting called up, bro. It frustrates the fuck out of me when this guy is on the pitch looking like a fucking donkey, bro. Bro, this guy, yeah, bro, the amount of times he has the ball, I'll see a winger make a run, yeah. This guy has the ball. He just looks at he literally looks straight at the winger as it's making a run and holds onto the ball. And then he gets pressed and he starts looking at the player who's pressing him. He's looking at the fucking winger, holding the ball in his feet, and he fucking loses the ball. And they go to clean to their own goal. Or, how many fucking times he sees someone run past him, his best solution... His best solution is kick this guy in the shin, and when I get a red card, complain to the referee. Bro, you're not allowed to assault people. A minor rule about football. I hope you know that, Onana. This guy is shit. He's the most overrated DM in the fucking league. I would much rather have Lavia. Much rather have Lavia.
By the way, chat, by the way, right? Al actually likes like Doku. Al loves Doku. He loves him so much. He really does.
Oh yeah. Biggest fan.
It's on the back of that shirt. Bro, Onana rattles me more than Doku.
Damn.
That's saying so.
But Pep, get him in. I want to see this guy in a City shirt. Not out. See how rattled. Since Doku, what's going on? Why am I seeing two Belgian players?
I'll buy an Onana City shirt and I'll burn it on stream.
Bro, Kevin De Bruyne has spoiled this man. His player he's watching his lifetime for his country and his club has absolutely spoiled him.
Bro, it's a better players in the Belgian league. We keep calling up these fucking scrubs that play on the bench in the Premier League. He can't even get into Villa socks. Why are you laughing?
You're so hey, Belgian player, it's De Bruyne. Is it De Bruyne? Or like you?
I rate Van Aken. I rate De Kuiper. I rate De Bast. I rate Vermont. I rate Luke Bakio. I rate Alexis Saalmakers. I rate a lot of Belgians. But the ones in the Premier League are fucking dog shit, bro. Look at Lossard, bro. He's shit.
Wait, hold on, even Yuri?
Except for Yuri Tielemans. He's okay.
He's a good player, he is.
Yeah, he's okay. Oh, he's okay.
He's better at Leicester was a Villa. He's better at Leicester than Villa. Leicester actually a lot better than was,
For the Belgium, he always puts in his best performances, so I rate him.
Fucking hell, we outrate someone. Fucking hell, the end is fucking near.
Crazy.
We found him. We got him, ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
So get Tielemans, not Onana.
Oh, by the way, quickly, right?
Yeah.
I put something on Twitter about a future England team, and I would read it out to you both before the end, right? Because I looked at it and I thought someone generally thinks that we'll win the World Cup with this team. Do you want to hear it? It's a 4-3-3. Pickford and goal.
No.
Reece James. Yeah, he is. Reece James, Mark Guehi, Levi Colwill, and Miles Lewis-Skelly. Well, fucking then.
That's a
I'm
Chelsea
sorry.
fan. That's a Chelsea fan, isn't it?
Ooh.
And then Rice, Bellingham, Palmer.
No. First, I want you to check if it's a Chelsea fan.
Yeah, who is?
It's not. It's not even a Chelsea fan.
And he put Colwill in.
Levi Colwill. Colwill's average, mate. He's average. Then he puts Rice, Bellingham, Palmer. I'm like, okay, I get that middle again. Foden isn't quite there yet to put in the first teams yet for me. Maybe a bit more form, say so. Then he puts Morgan Rogers left wing. Morgan Rogers at left wing. He's still left winger. He's not left winger.
I'm looking at it now.
You know what?
I mean, football. It's football _ tweet. I just thought, what is this team? What is
You
the
know
team?
what I would play for England? I'd actually play a 4-4-2 with England. I'd have Liam Delap up top, together with Jared Bowen. And fuck again, he's a bottle job. I'd have Saka on the right. I'd have a midfield two of... Oh, the midfield is difficult, actually. Bellingham, definitely. And I'm not sure who else gets in there. Probably Rice. Bellingham and Rice. And then I'd put left midfield, left wing. I'm not really sure. Right back, I'd put Livramento. Foden. Foden can be left midfield. Right back, I'd put Livramento. Centre backs, Guehi, definitely.
Yeah.
I'd put in John Stones, but he's always injured. So the second right back is actually quite difficult. The left back,
Lewis
Hall is still a bit young. Lewis Hall, you could put in there.
Lewis Hall, See, left me will get better in the next 5 years. They're more for the future. I think the right backs, though. I mean, right back, I think the full backs are perfectly fine. Yeah, they're great. Centre backs, we need better what we got because I like Mark Guehi. He's done a very good job for England, especially the last Euros. But if Branthwaite is fully fit, I like Branthwaite. He can be really good for England. Again, it's just with England, it's just down to certain players coming to teams to perform at the level they need to perform. As England view, though, as England, it's ifs. Or it's not even guaranteed. Anyway,
England just seems to have a fetish with finishing second. Arsenal culture is finishing second. Tottenham's culture is, it's just London, really. It's like, you know the Bevel clip. I hate to mention it. I hope Bevel is watching as well.
I think England are cucks. Well, they are. If you aren't wrong, that's your second or third.
I need to. You know what? I'm gonna get that clip in my OBS for the next time he comes on and talks shit.
Oh no!
And I'm not gonna tell him. You know what I'm gonna do? The next time he comes on, it's probably gonna be my FIFA stream with him. If he beats me, I'm gonna play that clip, and I won't tell him that the clip is in it.
By the way, chat, that's coming in next game. Well, we're not doing this FIFA thing, this current FIFA. No one cares about the new FIFA thing. We'll get the new one.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, me and Bevel have a bet running. Where Belgium is winning, by the way. Great for them. Me and Bevel have a bet running where we will play each other in a best of 3 in FIFA. So if I win, he pays 10 channel memberships, which I haven't set up yet. I'll set it up before then. But he pays me 10 channel memberships if I win. And if he wins, I pay his ticket to the Etihad, his next ticket. But if he wins 3-0, I will pay his ticket and Luke's ticket. So if he wins all 3 games. So if he wins 3-0, I'm going to play that Bevel clip. And I'm not going to tell him that it's in my OBS. I'll just play it.
Yeah, it's one of those games that everyone's going to look forward to that. Obviously, we'll plan it out a bit more near the time, but it'll be good when that comes out. It'll be good.
Right way. Rosa puts in, PH is not Pizza Hut. We know what you're thinking about. It looks like Connect is the only one who doesn't get it.
Wait there.
No, don't. MLS.
No.
Every burger league of all, bro. MLS is Eden Hazard should have gone to MLS, to be honest. These board clowns are really annoying. I mean, it's annoying how we're moving right now. I agree, like how we're losing games and stuff. But what board clown specifically do you mean by that? Because I don't know. I think people are quick to blame the board and not the people below it, and vice versa. Like you have some people who blame the board for everything, and some people who never blame the board. I think people just like people see the board as a mythical thing, right? Where it's either everything that's wrong is the board, or everything that's right is the board, right? It's this mythical thing for a lot of people. But when you say the board, they've got names: Khaldun, Soriano. Well, I know we don't like, but he made us the financial power that we are. That's a fact. They've got names, these board members. Sheikh Mansour is technically a board member, as he's the owner. So there's a lot of board members into it. That guy who's now at Chelsea, or sorry, not Chelsea, Man United. What is his name again?
Oh gosh, Barada.
Yeah, Barada. He was a board member. Like these are specific members who each have a different function, right? That's a World Cup year, World Cup season. Everyone wants to play. I mean, yeah, that's something we need to think about as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
By the way, Pep's at the away gigs tonight at Eaton Park. Yeah, the first one. He's wearing a retro skating top while
Lucas being jealous.
I wish I was there, bro, but I'm not.
Oh, you don't want to be hated, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Weird plastics, wearing Club Brugge and Gran Canaria kits, you know. He doesn't want to be with us plastics. He wants to be with Pep.
You see the fake
Stand the fallen.
Yeah, don't worry about the watch long. I'll get there in a second. Alf doesn't even rate himself, bro. I rate myself more than Gundogan right now. No offense.
Alf in midfield. Oh God.
I can still run a little bit. After 30 minutes, my right knee will give out, but I can still run for 30 minutes.
Okay, Brian.
Put me on for 30 minutes at the end of a game. There you go. And we're winning 3-0, preferably.
Nice.
Maybe 4. Give me a buffer, dude. Give me a buffer.
Give us time.
Goal Italy women, by the way. Spain women are not cooking right now. Evening Blue Frogs, big up to Formidables. What are you waffling about? The club's fan base having a mental breakdown. We've talked about almost everything. There's one more subject I actually want to talk about, and that is both goalkeepers staying. Because Pep Guardiola asked them both to stay, and it looks like they will both stay. I think we can probably confidently say at this point that they're both staying. Let's start off with that. Do you agree that we can confidently say that they are both staying?
I think it's more likely that they're staying than they're not. Is where I am.
Yeah, I think so as well. I think so as well. So, with that said, what are your thoughts on both of them staying? Because I personally want actually both of them to leave. I want to get in a backup goalkeeper who's homegrown. By the way, Luke suggested Adam Ramsdale, so keep that in mind. For the
I did it by the way.
You get that.
He knows who I suggested instead of him. I actually suggested the Leon Brazilian keeper, right, who's there right now. Obviously, Leon has stayed up now, so it's hard to get him up now. As they were going down, I thought it'd be a good backup option. He's 27 years old. He's Brazilian, but a good backup for a cheap price. Obviously, now Leon is staying up. Yeah,
and then you said that Adam Ramsdale is actually a decent goalkeeper.
Well, he is, but not City level. He's like table level at best.
Yeah, but for the bench. For the bench,
sure, but he's not a strong keeper, sure. No.
I was never saying that. But Luke suggested Adam Ramsdale for the bench. Honestly, any homegrown goalkeeper I'd take at this point. We need some homegrown spots there cleared up.
He'll be cheap though, especially in the Championship. It'd be a cheap option, that's for sure. But it's just kind of like, do you want to get a player in who was at Arsenal during a title run that we were against? It's a bit weird us getting a player like that in.
Yeah, and it was just like a bit odd. Yeah.
By the way, Luke, you missed a chance to wear the Southampton top and make the trifecta of plastics here.
I haven't got one actually. Me.
I'll
Uh,
buy
I
one
haven't
for
got
you.
one yet.
Talk about buying something. Let me show you guys something. Give me a moment here.
Even I won't lie, their new kit actually is pretty good this year. Is it a P&O Cruises? I think that's where I think P&O got a harbour themselves, obviously, where I live anyway. So obviously, asked me to sponsor them next year, which is a lot of decent kit. This should be fair.
I haven't seen it yet, but I am buying this.
Why are you buying a vintage Renaissance cosplay top? What are you doing, bro?
A blue one specifically for the Man City for the Wolves watch long. On the
Oh
Wolves
god,
watch long,
the Jesus Christ thing. Oh no.
I am not shaving my beard, not touching it until August the 16th, which is when I believe the game is. I am going to wear this a blue police kit, I guess, for that watch long. I will be there. I will be there as Jesus Christ. My head will be down. Now it's tied up, but pause. But my head will be down. My beard will be there. I'll be in this suit, and we will roll. We will roll.
Right, last minute winner again. You shut off. Get in. Get in. Let's try to celebrate him.
Yeah, it's the power of God.
Oh god, literally. Oh,
Oh dear.
man.
But yeah, Connect. What would you do about the goalkeepers? Are you happy about both of them staying?
I think me personally going into this summer, I was under the impression that I think at least one needed to go. I wasn't sure which one that was going to be, but I personally think that we should be looking for a bit of a longer term goalkeeper because both our goalkeepers are over 30. Now, then, don't get me wrong, some goalkeepers can typically do stay in the top game longer than like your regular outfield player. You know, like Manuel Neuer is still at Bayern now. Thibaut Courtois, I think, is like 34, something like that, still at Madrid. You know, so goalkeepers do tend to stay in the game a bit longer, but I do think we should be looking at a good backup keeper for not backup, a good long-term goalkeeper like Chevalier, for example, who I know is like the dream target despite very little links. You know, for example, I think even a move we could do there is what Liverpool did with Mamadashvili, which kind of gone under the radar a bit. They signed him, left him on loan, and then I don't know if he's actually coming back this summer. I think he is, but come back the following summer. All right, both Ortega and Edison's contracts are running out next summer, so like it or not, I doubt both of them are staying beyond this season. You know, maybe one of them, but I'm not too sure. I personally would like to move on one and bring in someone now, but I'm not opposed to the idea I just proposed either.
Luke, other than Adam Ramsdale. Let me stop saying that now. Other than Adam Ramsdale, what do you think about the goalkeepers?
With Edison, right? It comes down to the fact that you're right. He wants to stay, but there's no contract signed, so he's still on last year of his deal. So either way, it starts being soon anyway. So I've got to ask questions here. Are we getting a new keeper now, or because I wouldn't mind getting the cost deal sorted for next season, where we will say, right, he says 1 more year at Porto, but we give him a Mamadashvili at Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
Get a deal sorted out for him in the long run. So, but as it does go, we've got someone to come in for him in next July. But it just because there's uncertainty there, especially also Ortega as well. It's a bit weird. Like, it's not both keep on next summer. So
yeah,
I think what we need two keepers that are going to be here for the long term, not just a couple of years and then again. So that has to get sorted out for me.
Yeah. Well, I think right now, with the goalkeepers, Ederson, he is on his last year in his contract, which may be why he wants to stay. because when his contract runs out, he can get a bigger bonus if he goes on a free. And his agent can get a bigger bonus, or his agency. I'm not sure if he has an agent or an agency, but you get more money, basically. So maybe he wants to stay exactly because he wants to get that bigger bonus. I'm not sure about that. I just want these goalkeepers to go, both of them. And listen, no offense, Ortega has had his moments for us. He's not a legend. And people are like, oh, Ortega's a legend. Like, oh my god, calm down. He's a cult hero for us. He's a cult hero just like Jack. He's had his moments for us. But he has to go, in my opinion. Now, we have to get in someone new. And Ederson is just not as good anymore. He always has good seasons and bad seasons. He's too. You don't know what you'll get. You don't know what you're getting with Ederson, especially if he's only mentally half here right now. So I think Ederson has to leave as well. Liam is bald. What? Okay.
What's going on?
Something happened in chat while I was gone. Liam is bald, apparently. Luke went to Greece and came back AR.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'm not Grok. Okay, I'm not Grok, bro. Okay.
What does that mean?
I'm not Grok, bro. Like, at Grok, is this true? Every time I see a tweet.
Oh,
Bro,
yeah.
Oh, don't talk about Grok right now.
Just like use your head.
Okay.
You didn't
Is that
see
true,
the Grok
Grok?
stuff. You didn't see the stuff with the Grok on Twitter.
What happened now?
Yeah.
What happened to her?
Okay, I'm going to quickly close this tab on the show because I can't say this on air. So I'm going to quickly close this tab. Give me a moment, and I'll say to these guys backstage.
Oh.
Grok called himself Mecca a hit and asked.
Oh,
There you go, you're back.
By the way, it's news. By the way, Liverpool will retire the number 20 shirt across all levels of the club in honour of Jota. Which I think is quite good.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
We did the same thing when Francois Sarchel died. He also died in a car accident. We also retired.
Vivian Foe as well. And Vivian Foe as well for City as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I might say I'm happy with that. Retiring as a shirt number if someone tries it like that. So
Yeah.
And it's it was weird that.
You know what's the wildest thing I've ever seen? I said I'm happy that we retired Francois' number and we still chant on the 23rd minute each time. Like, we still do it actually on the 23rd minute. And someone told me, you're happy he died? And I'm like, what? What is Twitter?
Bro.
That's Twitter in a nutshell.
Yeah.
If you say don't kick dogs, someone will comment so you should kick cats. That's Twitter.
Yeah.
That's Twitter for you.
Bro.
He's out of school at soft play. Wait, what? Oh god, I don't even know what's happening in this chat right now.
Yeah,
Trafford's out. Trafford isn't even here yet. Alf Conchetta worst. I'm not even sure. Alf, atheist, Alpheist. Atheist suit shoe. Well, I'm not, so I don't care what you believe, but I'm personally Roman Catholic, so there you go. If you care. After the Druids. Alf, can you sing opera? Oh god, what is this chat? This is what happens when you get four Medibbles and Steve in the same chat. This always happens.
Chaos.
Alf, owe you a tenner? Okay, £10. I don't owe you guys anything. You guys owe me. Send me $500 million. There you go. that I can stop uni as well. I don't even need to get a job when I'm done with uni. Send me $500 million. The 3 fivers. What is this chat? Okay, I'm just gonna skip this. Guys. This chat is false right now. Next, Elf Paint Dry Watch Long. Bro, these games are terrible at times, aren't they? Bro, sometimes I would rather watch Paint Dry than Modern Football. I'll swear it down, yeah. Modern Football just has a way of taking the piss, you know.
Yeah. Sometimes it can just be dead.
Yeah. Anyhow, we've talked about everything there, so big up to both of you for coming on. Links, as always, to both of these channels in the pinned comment. So like and subscribe to me, of course, priority here, but also to Connect and to Not In My Lifetime podcast, of which Luke is 1/4. The most important 1/4, one may say, until Bevel comes on. Then it's Bevel. But don't tell Luke that. And don't tell Bevan that
I'm right here, you twat. I'm right here. You can't. Oh, you really are.
Anyhow, go subscribe to Connect. Go subscribe to Luke, to Not In My Lifetime podcast, and to me, because I'm the Belgian here, and Belgians need to talk. De Bruyne has sold that. There will be a watch long, for which I'm approximately half an hour late. Brush or sprayer? Bro. I don't even know what you're trying to say anymore, but I get the implications. Anyhow, let's redirect to that watch long. Thank you guys for coming on, and we'll see you guys, or well, I will see you guys in like 30 seconds, because I'll still be here for the watch long. Bye.